Okay, so for part 4 or lecture 4 of Biostatistics, our topic will be rates, ratio, and proportion. So ratio, so overview muna tayo nitong ating topics. So ratio is a quotient of two numbers. So siya ay a number divided by another number. So for example is number of deaths per population. So pwede rin dito yung number of first year students sa population ng medtech. Okay. Proportion. So proportion is always a ratio. So ratio siya, kumbaga higher level na ratio. So this is a ratio in which the numerator is a subset or part of the denominator. So yung numerator mo is manggagaling siya sa population na denominator mo. So for example, ang ratio muna natin is students of yung ratio ng lalaki sa babae. So female over male. So magkaiba yung population niya. Proportion, pwede dito yung number of students, first year students of medtech, at ang denominator is total number of medtech students. So yung numerator mo na first year students is galing siya dun sa denominator, which is total population ng medtech students. Rate, so ratio din siya, pero this is a ratio in which it is observed or over a time period divided by the population of the observation. So, ratio siya na may time. Okay. So, here are some commonly referred to as rates but are actually proportions. So, may rate siya sa pangalan niya pero sila talaga is proportion. So, mortality rate. So this is the proportion of deaths occurring over a span of time in a population. Attack rate, proportion of people developing an infectious disease after exposure to a pathogen. Case fatality rate, so this is the population of individuals who die after developing a disease. So itong mga to is a proportion talaga, hindi sila actually considered as rate, though may rate sila sa pangalan. Okay, so ratio is A over B. So, a number divided by another number times K. So, K is a constant. So, A is a number of persons experiencing a particular event during a given period. K is a multiplier such as 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, and so on. So, usually given ang ating mga K kasi constant yan. So, depende sa mga formula kung ano yung gagamitin or depende sa sasabihin sa instructions. Okay, B is the number of individuals experiencing some event different from the event A during the same period. Okay, so for example, yung A is babae, yung B is lalaki. Okay, iba pang example. AA ay students ng medtech, yung B naman is students ng ibang course. So, magkaiba sila ng population. Kumbaga, bukod ng population yung A sa population ng B. Yun ang ating ratio. So, pwede naman maging part siya, yung A ng B, pero nagiging proportion na yun pag ganun. Ito kasi, magkaiba sila. So, iba yung population ng A sa population ng B. Okay, so properties of a ratio. So, it is rescaled by multiplying by a constant of K. So, yung K lagi natin. So, ratio is always greater than 0. May or may not have units. Okay, so ito tandaan para sa ating ratio. So, for example, sex ratio. So, 45,000 females to 35,000 males or 1.28. So, for example, siya ay, itong basa natin dyan. For every male, there is 1.28 females or for every 128 females, there are 100 males. So, yun yung ating gamit doon sa ratio. So, magkaiba yung population niya. Ito, babae. Ito, lalaki. Interpretation ulit, for every male, there is 1.28 females. So, paano nakuha yun? Dinivide lang natin siya. 45,000 divided by 35,000. 1.28. So, hanggang doon muna tayo. Two significant figures. So, 1.28 or 1.29. Pwede na din yan. So, 1.28. So, there is 1.28 females for every male. O, kung i-adjust natin yung constant, biniliktad natin. 35,000 divided by 48,000. Hindi ba? Yan. So, ito, kita nyo, yung 1.28 naging 128 kasi in-adjust yung constant dyan. So, naging times 100. Yung ating constant. So, doon natin ginagamit yung constant. So, naging A dito is yung female, which is 48,000 divided by 35,000. Yung K is 100. Pag 100 yung K, ito yung lalabas. Pag yung K natin is 1 lang, ito yung ating figures. So, yung K is usually used to adjust kasi hirap nga naman ito, 1.28 female. So, paano mo i-consider yung 0.28 female na yun? So, doon natin ginagamit yung K or constant. So, para mas madaling ma-interpret yung data. Okay, so let's proceed with odds ratio. So, the relative odds, okay, so, ito muna example natin. So, parang betting. Say that you expect the horse to win 3 out of 4 times. So, the odds of the horse winning is the number of times you would expect the horse to win. So, ilang beses daw siya mananalo? So, ilang beses daw siyang mananalo? So, 3. 3 times daw siya mananalo. Divided by the number of times you would expect it to lose. So, ilang beses siya matatalo out of 4? Paano yun makompute? So, kung 4 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 yung ating contest. So, 3 out of 4 daw panalo siya. So, panalo, panalo, and panalo. So, dito, talo siya. So, bilangan natin ito. 1, 2, 3. So, 3 times daw siya mananalo. At yung isa pang contest, doon siya matatalo. So, 3 divided by 1 equals 3. So, tandaan, odds is not a percentage. Odds can be anywhere from 0 to infinity. Okay. So, gets ang ating odds, ha? Hiwalay natin ang odds sa ating probability. Okay? So, odds is the number of times you would expect it to win over the number of times you would expect it to lose. So, hindi 4 kasi yung lose talaga. So, 1. So, 3 divided by 1 equals 3. So, ito yung ating odds. Odds pa lang yan, tandaan. So, gagamitin pa ulit natin yan. So, odds natin is 3. Okay, next. Probability. So, probability is expressed in percentage. So, ibig sabihin, percentage yung ating ginagamit or yung ating unit. Paano naman ito nakukuha? So, the horse will win a race in the fraction of time you would expect the horse to lose. To win. Okay, so ganito yan. Probability of winning is kung ilang beses siya mananalo out of the total attempts or the total contests. So, 3 out of 4. Ito yung data kasi natin. So, ang kanyang probability is 3/4 or 75% of the time. So, nakita yung difference? odds is a whole number. That is the number of times you would expect the horse to win. So 3 times daw siya pwedeng manalo. And once siya pwedeng manalo for every 4 contests. Yan. So 3 divide 1, 3. Next, probability. The number is the fraction of times you would expect the horse to win. So 3 times daw siyang pwedeng manalo over the total contest, which is 4. So 3 divided by 4 is 75%. So paano natin ma-apply yan sa ating laboratory or sa ating life, sa ating health? So ganito. Say that 4 out of 5 smokers will get a heart attack within a certain time period. So ito yung data natin, isa, at isa. So isa pa dito. So 2 datas yung meron tayo dito, ha? Okay, isa-isahin natin. The odds of a smoker getting a heart attack. So total natin is 5. So sabi, 4 out of 5 will get a heart attack. So 4 out of 5. So, ibig sabihin, 4 divided by ilang beses siya. Okay. So, apply natin yan. Number of times you would expect the horse to win. So, sa health, ilang beses siya or number of times you would expect it to get the disease. Kung kailan siya magkakasakit. Yun na yung ating application. Kung yung ating sample is to win, ito naman, to get the disease. Okay, sabi. So, 4 out of 5 smokers will get a heart attack. So, ibig sabihin, 4 out of 5 of the time, magkaka-heart attack siya. So, 4 divided by 1, makukuha natin yung ating odds. Odds yan na odds. So, total nito, 5, diba? So, ito yung 5. Total nito, 5. So, 4 times daw pwede magka-heart attack at 1 yung hindi siya magkaka-heart attack. So, 4 divided by 1 equals 4. So, yet, again, a number and not a percentage. So, yun ang ating odds. Okay. So, may isa pa tayong data dito. Gamitin naman natin. So, 1 out of 5 non-smokers will get a heart attack in the same period. So, ibig sabihin, 1 out of 5 chance naman ito. So, paano yun? 1 divided by 5. Yan. By 4. Kasi, 5 yung total natin. So, 1 out of 5. So, ibig sabihin, kung balik tayo sa example natin, the horse will win 1 out of every 5. Okay. So, 1. Tapos, minus mo yun doon. 4. So, 1 divided by 4 is 0.25. So, dalawa na yung ating odds. So, odds ng smoker, saka odds ng non-smoker. So, bakit? Kasi gagamitin natin yan to determine the next ng ating relative odds. Okay. So, same po ito ng ating example. Sa kanina. Okay. Compute naman natin next is the probability. So, again, paano yung probability? The ratio, the fraction of the time. Okay. So, 4 out of 5 means 4 divided by 5. 4 out of 5. So, 80%. So, try nyo sa calcu. 4 divide 5, 0.8, syempre, yan is proportion, probability. So, percentage, so, times natin 100, so, it is 80%. May isa pa tayong data, 1 out of 5 non-smokers. So, gagawin din natin yan, pangalawang probability. The probability of a non-smoker getting a heart attack is 1 out of 5. So, 1 divide 5, that is 20%. Okay? So, wag niyong pagko-combine nitong dalawa, yung smoker tsaka yung non-smoker sa probability. Nagkataon na same siya, total ng 100. Pero, kung kasi yung data, paano kung 2 out of 5 naman ito? So, magkaiba ang population ng smoker sa non-smoker. Okay? So, wag pagsasamahin. Okay. So, apat na yung ating data. Tuloy natin. So, isang probability ng smoker, probability ng non-smoker. Ito lahat is getting a heart attack. Okay? Getting a heart attack. Dagdag natin yung kanina. Odds ng smoker magka-heart attack. So, tandaan odds ha? Odds. Then, yung odds ng non-smoker to get, again, a heart attack. So, meron tayong 4 data. So, ito yung ating 4 na odds ng getting a heart attack ng smoker. 0.25 yung non-smoker. So, the probability of a smoker to get a heart attack is 80%. The probability of a non-smoker to get a heart attack is 20%. Okay, so dalawa na, odds and the probability. Paano natin siya gagamitin? So, depende kung ano yung hihingin na kasunod pa ng data natin. So, kapag may tanong na regarding probability and odds, dapat ganito yung final answers, sentences, okay? Hindi pwedeng yung 80% lang. Laging may ganito. The probability of a smoker, the probability of non-smoker. Yan. Yun ang ating mga sagot. Okay, so relative odds. Say, again, ito yung ating same example. Odds ratio of getting a heart attack. So, odds ratio na to ha, odds ratio. Yung kanina, odds lang. So, odds ratio is equal to yung odds na magkaka-heart attack. Yan. So, the odds of a smoker getting a heart attack is 16 times the odds of a non-smoker getting a heart attack. So, ito ay depende sa tanong. Kung ano yung pinakang final na question. Dito natin i-base. Yan. So, for example, ang tanong nun is, what is the odds of a smoker getting a heart attack compared to a non-smoker? So, ibig sabihin, ito yung smoker natin, ito yung non-smoker. So, yun ang ating odds ratio. So, paano nakuha yung ating yon? Tandaan yung data ha. So, ito 4, ito ay 25. So, odds ratio, para makuha. Odds ratio, yun yung kinumpute natin kanina. So, it is the odds of a disease in population 1, then odds of the disease in population 2. So, ratio ng odds natin. So, odds 1 and odds 2. Alin yun? Ang odds 1 natin is ito. Kasi ito yung ating unang ginawa. Odds 1, then odds 2 ito. Hence, 4 divided by 0.25. Okay, so dalawang odds na yung ginamit natin dito to get the odds ratio or the relative odds. Yan. Odds ratio. So, odds 1, O1, divided by O2 equals odds ratio. So, yung ating formula. Okay, tandaan. So, para ma-compute mo yung odds ratio, kailangan mo muna computein yung dalawang odds natin. Okay, so odds ratio has no units and it is retrospective study. So, retrospective, ibig sabihin mga previous studies na or doon siya ginagamit, doon siya magandang gamitin. Next, a relative risk. So, this is the incidence of the illness in people exposed to the risk over incidence of people not exposed to the risk. So, ang ating risk factor kanina doon sa computation is smoking. So, dito naman sa relative risk, dalawang probability yung ating gagamitin. Probability of a smoker getting a heart attack is 4 out of 5 or 0.8, which is 80%. And the probability of a non-smoker getting a heart attack is 1 out of 5, which is 0.2 or 20%. Okay, so ito yung na-compute natin kanina na probability naman. So, tandaan. Odds ratio, odds lahat yon. Relative risk, ang ating gamit is the probability. Okay, so relative risk of a smoker getting a heart attack is 0.8 over 0.2, which is 4. So, paano yun? A smoker is 4 times more likely to get a heart attack than a non-smoker. So, tandaan, ito na yung pattern na usually na ginagamit. Tandaan yung mga sentences, yan na din yun. Pinapalitan lang natin ng data. So, pwede naman dito diabetes, cancer, so pwedeng iba-iba, depende sa situation or sa given. Pero usually, ito na yung patterns ng mga sagot along with this. Yan. So, dalawang patterns na pwedeng gamitin. So, tandaan na lang yon. Palit-palit lang yun ng data at makukuha mo yon pareho. Okay. So, proportion will be another topic. Will be uploaded later on. So, stop muna tayo sa ating dalawa. So, wait for the next lecture, which is the part 2 of our lecture 4. Thank you.